Hello, everybody. It's Kim. I'm back. You are visiting me at the Medium That Rocks. If you are returning, thank you so much. It's so nice to see you again. If you are new, welcome, and please browse, subscribe, and hit the bell so that you can see everything new I do. I do a variety of things. Many of you know me as a tarot lover, and I have quite a collection. Others know me as a spiritual medium or a spiritualist medium. Um, and others of you may know me from quantum healing and Dolores Cannon. I will be doing more about Dolores and quantum healing in the near future, so stay tuned for that. And if you are new, subscribe because there will be more about that. But today, what I wanted to do, it's very hot here, and so as I'm on video, you will watch my hair get frizzy. So I want to not be out in this heat too long. But I'm going to one of my most favorite places on earth in a few hours. I am going to Lilydale, New York. Lilydale, New York is the mother town of spiritualism. Pardon me as an airplane flies overhead. And Lilydale is the most beautiful, peaceful place I think I've ever been to. It's in upstate New York, not far from where I live. And spiritualist mediums live there. And what they do all day is there are 3 or 4 sacred spots within this little town. You do pay an admission fee, but these areas, you can go anywhere you want. And 3 or 4 times a day, these mediums will come out and they will give public messages, demonstrations of their mediumship. So if you are there and you are amongst the crowd, there is a very good chance that one of your loved ones from spirit will come through a medium and you will receive a message. So that's kind of one draw that really brings people from all over the world, actually, to Lilydale, New York. Another reason I love it is I like the history of spiritualism, and I looked into it a bit. And the Fox sisters, for instance, I'm not going to get into it, but look them up, FOX. They are the little girls who basically birthed spiritualism by being the first people who realized they were communicating with the dead through what they call rapping. And they basically heard these raps in their house in Hydesville, New York. And one of the little girls decoded it using Morse code and realized that she was communicating to the spirit. She received the spirit's name and was told by the spirit that he was buried under their house. And it turns out it all checked out. So these little girls became quite popular, very famous, and people started coming around from all over to receive messages from them. So I said I wasn't going to tell you the story, and I went ahead and did anyway. But look into it. It's fun. And so, yeah, over 150 years ago, in this area, that was happening a lot, and especially with young women and uneducated women were standing in front of large groups of people, not just connecting them with spirits of loved ones that have crossed, but giving complete dissertations on subjects they had no education about. So, and people like Harry Houdini, he was one of them, dedicated a large portion of his life in disproving these mediums. And he did disprove many, because many were fraudulent, but many were not. So anyway, I'm going there today. I've been there several times, and each time is special. Each time is magical. I love watching other mediums work, and I just love the environment. There's a beautiful lake. There's the most amazing woods there, Llewellyn Woods, and there's the Inspiration Stump, which has been a landmark for mediums to give messages from since the very beginning. So I'm very excited, and I always get a nice relaxing retreat when I go. So I'm going with a good friend, and I decided to share with you some cards that I'm going to bring. I don't know how much time we'll get to play, but it is a long car ride, and I'm not driving, so I may be able to pull some cards. Also, we have a little screened-in porch near our room that we will be taking advantage of. We are early risers, so I think we will have some coffee or tea and have a little divination morning before we start our day tomorrow. So, with that said, I wanted to show you my travel bag and some cards I decided to take because this is a special occasion and I'm going to be where many spirits reside. I decided to take first, because it's fun, Madame Endora's fortune-telling cards. And I'll just do a little show here. So if you've never seen these. Also, are these all upside down? No, let's see here. Yeah. I believe I also saw these on Kelly of the Truth and Story. She is responsible for so many of my purchases. But these are really, really good cards. And they seem very simple. They have that fortune teller, gypsy vibe. I really like that. And although they seem simple, the meanings are pretty straight on, very straightforward. And you can throw out 3 cards and you can get a great message. So these will be fun to play with. I also had to bring, and yes, Kelly is definitely responsible for this. These are the Oracle cards. Now, I'm not that versed in cartomancy. I'm very curious about it, and everything I learn is because of my curiosity. I had to have these though because this is based on, you would think, the Ouija board, but it's not. It's really based on seances and the way spiritualists work. So I had to get this deck. I must admit I don't use it much, but if there was ever a place to use them, it would be Lilydale. So these are the backs, and they're really, really cute. And then I'm going to give you an idea. So it's the court cards. And if you can see this woman, she's using a Ouija board and she's blindfolded. Then you also have your pips, but they're really cool because they're all in a circular design, like as if you were sitting at a table. Here's someone, and he's doing automatic writing. So also another spiritualist tradition. Here's someone, and she has ectoplasm coming out. And this is real. Mental mediumship is what most people do these days. John Edwards, and where they're basically just speaking to you and picking up energy around you and picking up the spirits around you. But physical mediumship is what they were doing back in the day. And things would levitate, and ectoplasm would appear. And what that is basically goop, like goop. Now, I've never seen it, but I've heard a substance that was different than anything really you've experienced, and it would come out of every orifice of the medium. So their nose, their mouth, their ears. Yeah, not very pretty. But yeah, so that's that. Now, of course, I say not very pretty. I'm assuming, again, I've never experienced this. Would love to, but that's that. So here is people. Looks like they're table tipping. Yes, they all have their hands on the table. This I have experienced, and that is real. You can make tables wobble and move and even dance around the room. I participated in that. It's real, trust me. Here is a woman, and she's communicating with spirits. So yeah, I didn't think this was gonna be a video really dedicated to spiritualism, but I guess it is. So any of you who are tarot lovers and also curious about mediumship and the traditional ways mediums worked, here's more ectoplasm. These cards are really neat. Another man talking to spirit. I'll see if there's, oh, and there's also a yes and no card. So that's a good one too. Very much like a Ouija board or a pendulum. Oh, it's double-sided. Yes and no. And another person using automatic writing and blindfolded. So the bugs are already starting to bite, starting to get very, very humid. So I'm still moving quickly on this. So yeah, I'm gonna bring those two, and then I have two more. I had to bring a regular tarot deck, so what better deck than the Santa Muerte? I hope I'm pronouncing it right. I just received these and I love them. I haven't even given them an interview. I will be doing an interview of decks soon, I promise. It seems like you guys really liked that. I love it. But I need to dedicate a little time, you know, a weekend. Okay, I will probably do a walkthrough of this deck. I haven't even shuffled them yet. I keep going through them to look at all the cards, because they are just beautiful. But I haven't shuffled them yet. I really want to. I really want to work with them. But I also want to be proper with them. So I may just pull one during my stay at Lilydale and see what the spirit, what I love the most about this deck is you get messages directly from the dead. So that might be fun. So I'll let you know. I'll let you know how that works out. I will absolutely be taking lots of pictures and video. So you will see that hopefully in my next video. And just for good measure, you know, I like to use tarot cards with oracle cards. And usually when I get a new deck, I look at all my other cards and say, oh, who will play well with this deck? Who can I use aesthetically, or really just what will work well? So just so I don't take up too much time, I'll take a picture of these two decks together so you could see how well they look. But I decided the Earthbound would go very well with the Santa Muerte. And if you haven't seen these, and the reason why is I love this border, and the color tone is very much similar. And these images don't really clash with the skeletons or the Mexican vibe. I'd love to have small cards that kind of have a Mexican vibe that can go with this deck, because that's what I really like. I mean, of course I love the skeletons, but I love the Mexican vibe. I really love that. And I have, you know, Native American cards with the Southwestern vibe, and I love those for that reason. And these I like for the Mexican vibe because I'm a New Yorker and I've never been anywhere south, except for last year I went to Sedona, and oh my gosh, that was my dream vacation. So a part of my soul loves that weather, that area, and south. I'd love to go to Mexico. So anyway, I guess it's another place on my bucket list. That and Glastonbury. Another story, but so, and lastly, I'm just taking this one with me, but I know there's a lot of people out there that are Wiccan and pagan and witchy. So I picked up this really cute little deck in a tin. And so I'll give you a look at that. This is the Barbara Walker Tarot. It's still available. It's not hard to find. I did a little walkthrough and I trimmed it because I did my homework and I saw it online, trim or not trimmed and trimmed, and I said, okay, I'm buying this and I'm trimming it. So what I also did, in the tin, I have it in a little bag. So it would slip out, but I like it because it's compact and I still enjoy using it and pulling it from the bag. Sometimes I'll do that too. I'll just pull from the middle or something. But Barbara Walker has many books out, and she refers to herself as a feminist witch. There's a lot of symbolism in this deck. And what I also like, hopefully this will zoom in good. I don't know if you can see. All right, you can see it now. I also like the keywords on top. And the numbers are not Roman numerals, which is kind of nice as well. So again, if you want to see these in more detail, I did a walkthrough of those. Okay, it is getting scorching hot. So I am going to go. I just wanted to check in with you, very quickly and let you know what I'm bringing with me. I am going to attach below my playlist of Lilydale, so you can check that out. And if you want to go somewhere, if you're curious about spiritualism and mediumship and just need a beautiful place to get away to and relax for a little while, check these out. Okay, so I will put the link below. Blessings to you, peace, and have a wonderful weekend. I hope you're having a great summer, and I will check in with you soon. All right?